Hi, welcome to Food and Drones. I am Lito Reyes.
And I'm Roman Reyes.
And we're here to talk about food.
And drones.
Yeah, our two favorite topics. Basically, this week we're going to talk about some more differences between racing or freestyle drones and camera drones or cinematic drones. We're going to do a little food adventure, what do we call it? Beverage adventure, where we go our first exotic drink or strange drink review. And we're going to talk about Girl Scout cookies that we all know and love. Our favorite ones, why are they named differently, and such things like that. So, all right. So, we want to start off with showing some footage of a Roman flying around or racing a freestyle drone at our favorite local location, which is the Van Nuys, which is in the Sepulveda Basin. It's called Apollo 11 Airfield, named in honor of Apollo 11 missions. And it's actually, the funny thing about it is that it's really close to the Van Nuys Airport, but the Parks and Recs Department got special dispensation from the airport to make that a flyable zone. Of course, the ceiling is 400 feet, like it is for any remote-controlled aircraft. So let's go ahead and take a look at that footage and let's talk about it. Now, Roman hasn't seen this footage in a while. One thing I'm going to say is that there are 4 crashes in here, but the 4 crashes demonstrate how durable these little things are, because he just keeps on going, even after crashing and landing. Wow, that was a nice little one. Oh wait, or split Fs.
Yeah, split Fs.
Yes,
split us into a dive.
Very cool.
So trying to go through this.
Yeah, I think there's only one gate that was set up at this time. Yeah, we could see here. And that's so there are, the big circles are actually helipads that they had set up for the helicopter modelers. And those numbers have dropped off, so they've let the drone users, drone flyers use most of that area.
Yep, they have the whole park set up so that one side, or one part of the park is just model aircraft, or model airplanes.
Fixed wing
airplanes. And then this part is all helicopters, so quadcopters and helicopters. Or any kind of copters you have, I guess.
And you can see sometimes in a little bit there's a runway, a long runway. That runway is over 400 feet long, to give you a bit of a sense of scale of how big this is.
And then there's one little area for U-control airplanes. U-control.
Yeah, those old people like me can remember when you had an airplane on a line and you spun around in a circle with the airplane. Yeah, those are called U-control. Okay, there's the first crash. Tumble, crash, land, right side up.
And go right back into it.
Keeps on going. Nice job. And you can go right to the gate. Sweet. Looks like there's no problems at all. So the U-control planes, yeah, I don't know, they died off in popularity probably in the 70s or so. I remember getting them for Christmas about late 70s. I never got a chance to fly it because it was just too much hassle dealing with glow fuel when you're 10 years old. I really didn't know what to do with it. I couldn't even buy it myself, for that matter. So it never really flew, and it ended up tucked away under the closet somewhere. But these days, people still do fly those planes, and they do have a little area for those at this field. So what are we seeing here? We're seeing more. Whoa! Wow, what happened there?
I think I tried to do a flip. I'm not entirely sure, but as you can see, it went wrong. Ended up on the floor, but landed again right side up, and just took right off again.
Kept on going.
A little swooping kind of motion going on there around that one circle.
A little bit later, you can see me actually going to find. Oh, you can see me walking in there, going to find my downed drone. I was flying it earlier. You could actually see my drone in the footage earlier. I guess we missed it. But there I am, doing the walk of shame, going to retrieve my drone, and Roman taunts me with his. He actually flies around me, circling around me, as if to say, "Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha, I'm still flying."
These drones are just so much fun to fly.
Oh, that's the shirt I was wearing last show. Well, actually, I got 4 of that shirt. No, 3 of that shirt. So it's.
Why do you have 3 of that shirt?
Because sponsors send me the same shirt to wear for multiple days in case I'm at a multi-day event. I can go there with multiple clean shirts. So using those bushes, or what will be probably now tumbleweeds, as gates, that's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, I saw those, and they're pretty high up. They're about like 3.5 feet tall, and so they're kind of fun to just fly around. Good place to ground myself to know exactly where the ground is.
Use whatever obstacles you could find with freestyle. That's what you do, huh?
Yep. Right there, he was holding up his drone because his camera was still running to kind of like get footage of me flying around him.
Yeah, I have that somewhere.
Somewhere in the void of folders.
In the archives.
Archive, yes.
So I see here we're actually flying a little bit outside of our prescribed zone. Anytime you go over the big helipad, which is the one with the big star? Or the one with the blue star?
The one on the left of where we started, I guess. Oh, the one closest to the runway.
To the runway, yeah. That's kind of the limit of where we're supposed to be flying our multi-rotors.
Yeah, we're really supposed to only be flying in the other two circles, other two helipads. Those two right on the right.
Yeah.
But we did not know this at the time.
Yeah, that was before we learned. So we can't, ignorance isn't an excuse, but in this case we really didn't know, but we learned later, and now we know.
Yep.
And now we try to spread the word and teach people where to fly properly.
I actually don't
in the
think
area.
we've flown since we learned.
Yeah, we have.
Oh,
We have.
well, right there, I almost crashed. I think I clipped the top of the gate and kind of started going backwards.
Later on you actually knock down the gate.
Oh, really?
in a few seconds, really. In a little bit.
These things, these drones, these racing drones are so maneuverable. They're so easy to turn, and they're just so much fun to fly. They go so quickly, too.
We calculated this one can go about 70 miles an hour at top clip.
I guess that is where this flight ends. Oh,
Nope.
no, never mind.
So it goes.
Wow.
And now it's time to bring it in. There I am, looking at mine. And here comes Roman.
There I am with my goggles and
Your face box.
my old radio.
Yeah. All right. So that's some good footage of what a freestyle drone looks like from the high def footage that we record pretty much with every flight. We try to record everything just so we have a log of what we did right, what we did wrong, and the fun stuff that happens when we fly. We also record, like I mentioned before, our goggles also have the capability to record, and that's for a different purpose though. If we crash, we often can't tell where we are if we don't have a spotter. We usually have a spotter. One of us usually flies at a time. But if you don't have a spotter, you have to refer back to your goggle footage to try to get a feeling where your drone crashed and where you can go to retrieve it. It's not easy when you're flying first person. You have no idea you don't always have an idea what direction you are, especially if you crash. If you crash, you often lose orientation, and so reviewing the footage helps the right of the field.
And again, it's the footage that you saw last time of our goggles. It isn't the best quality, but it's very good for just immediately getting out there and seeing where you landed, trying to see where you landed or what happened.
Yep. Okay, now in contrast, let's take a look at some camera drone footage. And this is something I took a few weeks ago at the racetrack where I race RC cars and RC motorcycles, and this one's in Artesia, California. Now, the main difference is we're trying to get a flowing, smooth feel from the video. We're not looking to do tricks. We're not looking to do flips or whatever. But the purpose is smoothness and to get a cinematic feel. A little bit of lens flare there. Look at that. And we fly much slower when we're doing video shots, and often with the video, I have to actually slow it down even further in the software to make it to make the video fit the mood or to fit the purpose of the film, whether it's for a real estate video or whether it's for I'm saying not environmental. What's this? Just
kind of, I don't know, aesthetic shots.
Yes, a scenic shot. Oh, wrong one. You weren't supposed to show that yet. Okay. So the camera drones again, they move very slowly and purposefully to try to capture the mood and to try to capture a scene with as little shaking and as smoothly as possible. A racing drone is all about maneuverability. All right. Okay, let's go into some food, and let's see if we can try that again. I think you have to go back to the main camera first.
Main camera.
Yep. All right, let's talk about some food. Okay. Here is the first of our beverage adventures. We have some footage lined up of some taste tests, reaction shots of some beverages that we find from around the country and around the world, hopefully, that maybe you haven't come across. So let's take a look at this first one. This first one is called Blue Coconut Punch.
I think so. I think it comes in a big jug. It's blue, and you just here you go.
Let's take a look. Okay, so Roman, tell us about where we found that drink and what it was.
So we were in Chama, New Mexico. We're visiting some family for
That's
Thanksgiving.
Northern New Mexico.
Hear you guys.
Oh, can't hear
I'm
us.
hearing the audio from this.
Okay, you can now. Okay.
So yeah, we were in Northern New Mexico, up in Chama, close to the border of Colorado by Durango. And we went to the store looking for green chili, as we do whenever we're in New Mexico, or red chili. And
Both
we spotted
chili.
I spotted across the aisle this weird jug of. It looks like it looks like a jug of milk, but it was blue, and I was intrigued, I guess. So I went up to it, looked at it, and I saw it was coconut, and that was weirded out even more.
Blue coconut?
Blue coconut.
Coconuts aren't blue.
So we had to get it. We had to try it. And we brought it home, or back to Anna's place, and we tried it. It was blue.
It was sweet. It tasted coconutty, and it tasted blue.
Yeah, it tasted like fruit punch with coconut, and it tasted like blue. It was the only thing that I could confidently say tasted like blue.
Well, props to Plain Dairies for making that beverage. I would try it again.
Me too, definitely.
It's not something I want all the time, but I would definitely try it again. It's made by Plain Dairies if you happen to come across it. Yeah, blue coconut.
We left it in New Mexico.
Yeah, oh well.
Oh well.
Okay, so now we want to talk about something that's very near and dear to almost everyone's heart, Girl Scout cookies, because it is Girl Scout cookies season.
It is.
And in fact, Roman's eating one right now. Now there's a whole list of varieties, and we wanted to go through that list and actually talk about them. Why don't you bring up that image on screen so we can show what we're talking about? Okay, here is a list of all the current flavors, and you'll notice that some of them have different names, have multiple names. That's something that's always confuses us. You know, we go to the market and there are Girl Scouts there that are selling caramel delights, and then go the opposite, and one of our coworkers' daughters is selling Samoas, but they're the same cookie. Well, it turns out that the Girl Scouts of America source their cookies from different bakeries, and apparently different bakeries call them different names, but they're the same cookie, and they're supposed to be the same cookie. There is one notable exception here, and if you look at the top left corner, you see that there are two s'mores, and I think it's a new flavor or a new variety, and there's two of them. One of them looks like a s'more. Well, here, let's read the description. Our new crispy graham cookie double dip. No, sorry. Well, there's two of them. Okay, the one on the upper left. Our new crispy graham cookie double dipped in yummy cream icing and finished with a scrumptious chocolatey coating is one more delicious way to support her next adventure. Whereas the one that looks like a real s'more is our new crunchy graham sandwich cookies with creamy chocolate and marshmallow filling are one more delicious way, blah, blah, blah. So one of them actually looks like a s'more, and one of them looks like something I'd rather eat. What do you think? Go back to camera.
I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, like, I love chocolate dip things. Chocolate dip things are one of the best things in life.
Yes.
But the sandwich just does look like more like a s'more. Does have that s'more kind of vibe, and I don't know. I would have to try them myself.
Okay, let's go back to the list here. Let's move on to the next one. We have the classic Thin Mints. Those are one of my favorites. I have two favorites. The first one is Thin Mints, and the other one is, well, we'll get to it in a moment. But when you talk Girl Scout cookies, Thin Mints for most people, I think, is the one that first comes to mind. Is that what you found also?
Yes, I completely agree. When I hear Girl Scout cookies, I think Thin Mints. We always used to grab them, throw them in the freezer, and eat them cold.
That's right.
That is the best way to eat Thin Mints, in my opinion.
Much like Ding Dongs, but that's a whole other show. The thing about Thin Mints is you have that subtle mint flavor going over the chocolate graham and chocolate coating. Hard to go wrong with them, especially if you love mint with any. I love mint with anything. Some people don't like mint with it. Some people have a real bad aversion to the Shamrock Shake, and to even anything mint. They feel this tastes like toothpaste, but I guess I like toothpaste.
There are also a lot of places where mint is a savory thing. They eat it with, like, in Thai food. There's spicy mint beef,
yes.
which is your favorite Thai food.
Well, mint is also directly related to basil, which is used in a lot of savory food. Mint and basil they're very close. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go on to the next one.
All right, let's take a look at going down the list. Peanut butter patties or tagalongs. Tagalongs. They're not one of my favorite. I love peanut butter stuff, but there are always other ones that I prefer. But they're not bad. They're certainly not bad. Do you like the tagalongs?
I do like tagalongs. Here we will be talking in the names that is most common in our area.
Okay.
So we'll be saying tagalongs. We'll be saying Samoas, not caramel delights.
Yeah.
Anyways, I love tagalongs, but I love the flavor, but the texture just isn't right for me. It's kind of like pasty in a way.
Yeah, pasty and granular. The sugar isn't fully incorporated into the mixture.
So yeah, overall great taste, not the best mouthfeel in my opinion.
Okay, so let's move on to caramel delights or Samoas.
Yes, my
These
favorites.
are my actual favorite. I guess you get that from me, or I don't know what. But yeah, there's no way you can go wrong with a caramel delight or Samoa. Caramel is one of my favorite flavors. You have that savory, salty flavor going with a creamy texture, and chocolate on top of that with coconut. I love coconut. Not everyone does, but I love coconut. Except when it's in a blue. Well, that wasn't too bad. Blue coconut.
It wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad.
It's one of my favorites personally. I have a funny story. Back when I had braces, I absolutely hated the fact that I could not eat Samoas.
Yeah.
I could not eat it because of if you have braces, you usually can't eat coconut. You can't eat anything chewy. And so I think the day after I got my braces off, I'm pretty sure I got my braces off during Girl Scout cookie season. So the day after, I ate a corn on the cob and some Samoas.
Yep, I remember when you
half a box.
I remember when you had those. You scarfed them down.
Oh yes. Okay, so over to the next one.
Let's go on to shortbreads or trefoils. You don't see those very often around here. They're not that popular. Same with the do-si-dos and peanut butter sandwich. Peanut butter sandwich is a lot like the Nutter Butter cookies. I don't know if you remember those.
Oh, I love Nutter Butters.
Now, going on to Savannah Smiles. Okay, those are also known as lemon coolers.
Yes, there is a not Girl Scout cookie brand.
Oh yeah, okay.
Kind of the same cookie called lemon coolers.
Basically, it's a lemon cookie with dusted in lemon flavored powdered sugar, and they're really good. I like them a lot.
Delicious. It's one of those boxes of cookies where you could just kind of keep eating, and they're light enough where you don't feel sick unless you go through a whole box.
And before you know it, the whole box is gone.
Yep, that has happened. Okay.
All right. What else do we have here? We have Toffeetastic, which is something that I have not come across in the wild.
I've never seen Toffeetastic ever.
Nor lemonade.
Lemonades. Ooh, that sounds really good though. It sounds like it's just a lemon shortbread.
Yeah.
It looks like it's just a lemon shortbread cookie. I guess we could pull up the
Oh yeah,
description.
we have descriptions for these. Okay, so let's go to the lemonades. Their official description is: with each box of tangy lemon ice topped shortbread cookies you buy, you're helping a girl learn about goal setting. Yeah, so it's
I was right.
lemon iced topped shortbread. Lemon icing topped shortbread. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I can picture the tastes of the shortbread mixing really well with the lemon flavor.
Now here's another one that we're not familiar with. It's the Thanks a Lot, and it has a very interesting description here. Whether the embossed thank you is in English, French, Chinese, Swahili, or Spanish, these tasty shortbread cookies with fudge on the bottom are a hit in any language. Sounds pretty good. I like. It sounds like our Christmas cookies that we often get. Okay, so what else do we have here? We have the Toffeetastic. Oh, we haven't. Those are ones that we haven't seen in the wild, so to speak. And the last one is Trios. Trios are chocolate chips nestled in a gluten-free peanut butter oatmeal cookie.
That sounds delicious.
Okay. They're, well, gluten-free. I guess that's good. Peanut butter oatmeal cookies are good, and when you throw chocolate chips in them, makes them only better. So, not a bad way to go if you ask me. So that's what we have with the Girl Scout cookies. If you see some Girl Scouts selling them at the market or in the office, support your local Girl Scouts by buying the cookies. We certainly do. At least a couple boxes, and enjoy them like we do. So. Okay, so that's pretty much it for our show. What are we going to talk about next time?
What should we talk about next time?
Maybe some Euros?
Yes, I think we should do a food run to the Euro shop.
Okay, we will reveal our favorite Euros next time and get some fresh footage from the flying fields and talk more about drones. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching.
Yes, like us on Twitter, follow Bubbler Media on Facebook, also Food and Drones on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Anchor.
Yes, and Anchor.
Food and Drones.
Food and Drones. All right. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.